Hello, this is the Tepid Coder here. I think today I want to talk about, sharing class objects with DLLs. So this is something I haven't gone over yet because it's not much of a option really. All you can really do is have them linked in at compile or build time, I should say. You can't do something like git proc address, H library, some class to be able to get like the new operator for that new type or type array or whatever. Same thing, like you can't do DL sim for that. So there's two ways you can handle classes. One is to wrap every single one of its methods, and it includes its constructor and destructor, in C functions. Or the second thing you can do, like I said, is just link it in at build time. So why don't I make some junk class here? I don't know what to call it. How about just call it user or something? And let's say class user. Some private stuff, some public stuff. I don't know. How about we have a string here? I'm going to say some string name. Maybe we have something like unit.wt, IPv4 address. This is already initialized automatically to its default constructor. If you try to set it as 0 or something, you would try to basically assign it to like const char pointer to 0, which is undefined behavior. It'll actually crash in all the cases I've seen, which is kind of funny. So the default IP for all 4 classes is going to be 0.0.0.0. Okay, that's fine for now. I don't want to make this too wild. It's just an example. Out of the structure here. Constructor, destructor. Let's have another one. This one's going to take a standard string. Actually, I'm going to do that. I'm going to do a const char pointer, which will just convert to a string implicitly. Name, and then we're going to do t2 IPv4 address. Okay, maybe we'll have a function called const reference to it. Get name. I'll just say name. Okay, void const no accept no discard. Okay, then we're gonna do something like, I don't know, int d get IP address. IPv4 that is. Or just that before address. Okay. Const no accept. Okay. User again with const char star username t IPv4 address. Okay. We're gonna say m string name. It's gonna be assigned to whatever was passed here. We're gonna say IPv4 address equals IPv4 address. Okay. Okay, what do we have here? We're gonna return mster name. Over here we're gonna return to IPv4 address. Alright, looks pretty good. Anything else I need? Yeah, I need to have cint types. Actually, I don't even really need that. I just need C standard int. By the way, that's the same as doing. I've been doing this standard int.h. But if you put C standard int and put it in angle brackets, it's just basically the same thing. Not entirely the same, but for all intents and purposes, it's the same. I need something that actually uses this somehow. What I really want to do now is break this up into 2 files. So user.h, pragma once, if not defined, user header, we're going to header, if, and we're going to dump that in there. Yep. That means this also needs to have C standard int. Okay, doesn't need anything else. Needs string. String. Okay. Oops. Come on. And that means, really, I don't need any of this anymore. I could just, come on, include user h. Okay, now we're gonna have some kind of consumer. But first, I should probably compile this. Make sure I didn't make a mistake. So G++, we're gonna do user.cp.o. It's gonna be user, but dash should needs to happen, so it doesn't like it. Cannot have const value qualifier. Why? I mean, I'm not changing the class. I'm returning a constant reference to it. That should be fine. In scope, what do you mean? Mr. name. Did I not call it Mr. name? Mr. name. Mr. name. Mr. H. Okay, over here we have Mr. name. That looks right. So what's it complaining about? String name. Okay. Name. Returns a const string reference. Why is it unhappy with that? Let's get rid of that. What's it gonna do? Because it is complaining no accept here. Non-member function. Oh, gee, I know what's wrong with it. Okay, no accept. I think I know what I did wrong. User TP. I think I didn't actually. Yeah, I didn't prefix the class name. That was silly. I called it user. User. Okay. So now what do I want to call it? If I have a DLL now, that made an exe. It shouldn't have been an exe. What did I actually say when I compiled this? Oh, okay. Well, does this have RM in PowerShell? There it is. Okay. So let's call it .dll. Fine. Okay. Now we'll do the same thing I did last time. I'm gonna just call it test. Let's see what type. What do I really want to do here? Obviously, I'm going to load it in. I'm going to need to include, what do I call it? User.h. And then entry point over here. Turn 0. And I should have the ability to create that class now. User u, let's say. I don't want the default constructor. I want to actually assign the username. The tepid IP address will be 0x01 020304. So my IP address is 1.234. Okay. Let's do. Oops. Paste that up here. Include IO stream. Standard cout. Say, what am I printing out here? Name. Okay, that'll be just name, I called it. Okay. And instead of name, but this time it's going to be IP address. IPv4 address. U dot, she's IPv4 address. I think that's what I called it. Okay. Let's see what happens. G++. And what do I call it? Test.cp. And I'm going to link against something in the current directory called user.dll. And the output is going to be test. Okay, test. So that worked. We're able to do that. But that only worked because I'm linking it as if it were a static library. Like GCC is letting me do it with a DLL file because it's basically an SO, which includes all the things I need for an import library. So what I really did here is I treated it like an import library and I was able to link the class that way. This would also work for a static library. Let's compile into an object file. ARRCS. I want it to be user.a, and then what I'm linking into it is user.object. Right, okay. And now I can actually statically link against the thing I just made, which is user.a test, and that works. Okay. And just to make sure, I want to check the directory real quick. We have .a. Do we have a .dll in here anywhere? Come on. There we go. So yeah, links against the A file, and it just works. Over here too. Well, I had a bit of a brain meltdown there for a second, but yeah, I just have to remember that if I create a shared library and link against it with GCC, it treats it just like an import library. It's able to do that. But I mean, I showed you the way to explicitly do it here. Yeah, these 3 lines right here basically explicitly makes an import lib. And then just compiling it to an object file, and then converting the object file into a static library, and then linking that is the other way. Both of those ways are legitimate for putting a class inside of a DLL and actually loading it from an application. Anyway, that's really what I want to show, is just how to get at class objects that are included inside of a DLL. And this is really the answer right here. Anyway, thanks for checking this out. I hope this was useful. But, yeah. If you liked it, like it, comment, subscribe, whatever you gotta do. Catch you later.